All right. Do you want the good news or the bad news? You don't got a choice. You're the listener. You don't got a choice. You don't got a choice. I'm going to start with the bad news. We're ripping off the Band-Aid. I'm starting with the bad news. So if you've been listening to the podcast recently, and I'm sure you have, you know that I've been talking a lot about these newfangled Twitter X ads, the ones where I'm getting millions of impressions and thousands of clicks for a couple of pennies. In fact, today, I just put up a video about this. Looks like it's doing quite well. I got 100,000 impressions and 131 clicks for, wait for it, literally a single penny. What the F is happening? I just made a video about that one. And I ran the same settings on that I've been running for everything. Same settings on that one. Okay, but do you want the good news or the bad news? You don't get to decide. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm starting with the bad. The bad news is these things don't scale. That's the bad news. I'm testing it. I'm doing the test myself. I'm out here in the field. I'm slashing through bushes. I'm fighting off wild beasts as I test all of this myself. And it doesn't scale. So I tried taking a campaign that had 1.8 million impressions for $1. And then I increased it to $2. And it did not increase the impressions. In fact, I think it burned through my ad spend even faster. That's the bad news. It doesn't scale linearly. You can't get more impressions and more clicks just by increasing your daily ad spend. So there is the bad news. What's the good news? Yo, I got two good pieces of news here. Not just one, but two. The first one is you don't need to increase your daily ad spend. Look, it's a lot more time consuming. This is a glitch. Remember, this is a glitch. We are not supposed to be getting these results. So here's what you do. If you want to scale up, and I am doing this, here's what you do. You just create a new campaign. You can't clone it. As I said, cloning it doesn't work. It burns through your ad spend right away. You have to literally create a new campaign with the same settings as the previous one and then have them run in tandem. And that's how you can get that's how you can actually scale it up linearly. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a campaign. You're getting 1.5 million impressions for $1. 1.5 million impressions for $1. You can't increase the ad spend on that campaign, the daily ad spend, or else the glitch will stop working. So here's what you do. You create 100 more campaigns. So 100 times 1.5 million. So now you're getting $150 million, 150 million impressions for $100 a day ad spend. And that's how you do it. You just have to create new campaigns from scratch. That's what my tests have yielded. So that was the first piece of good news. What's the second piece of good news? The second piece of good news, people are reaching out to me. People are like, so a lot of these people are real. Here's how I know. People are joining my newsletter and I'm engaging with all of them. I have my drip that goes out saying tell me about yourself. What do you do? A lot of these people follow up and then I follow up with that. Tell me more. Okay, you're a student. What are you studying? Oh, you're a freelancer. What kind of work do you do? You have a business. Tell me about your business. And I follow up. These are real people. I've tested them now on multiple platforms, on WhatsApp, on email, on Twitter. These are real people. These ads are yielding real people. So good news is they're real people. Good news is you can scale it up linearly. It just takes more time. The only bad news is it doesn't scale linearly if you try to increase the ad spend in the campaign. This is me going deep, but and this isn't for everybody. And this is not the type of show. This literal episode will not age well. If you are going back in my time machine, if you're going to my back catalog, to my library of content, my beautiful library of content. This is going to be one of those bottles that did not age well. It will have spoiled maybe in a few months. This could go away in a few months. But for now, it's a party and I don't mind sharing it. I like parties. I like some kinds of parties. Here's a fun story about me. It says this in my Twitter bio. I don't put this on my LinkedIn. I do talk about it. I used to be a promoter for New York City nightclubs, for the top nightclubs, for the biggest places, the places where you would see Leo leaving with like 5 models. And I was there popping bottles with everybody as a promoter, bringing the models and bringing a lot of these cool people. I did that for 3 years. And I've been traveling. I've been living outside the United States for the last 4.5 years, living all over Europe, so many different countries and cities. And I've been to so many parties. And my point with all of this is, I like some kind of parties. When I was 31, I was in Belgrade. So in Belgrade, you have these party boats on the Danube River. These things are called splavs. Insane parties. Honestly, better than the parties that I was going to here in New York City. Like better than the parties that I was working at in New York City, in Belgrade, in Serbia, on the Danube River, these boats. Insane. And I was 31. This was many years after my days in the clubs in New York. And me and my friend, we were at one of these parties. It was amazing. And we left at 12:30 and we walked outside, and then we walked through this park on the Danube River by the splav, by the party boat. And I said to my friend, it was my friend Dominic. And I said to Dominic, Dominic's a really cool person. I got to have him on. Dominic has an IQ that is higher than that of Albert Einstein. I only share this because he hates when I share it. And I gotta have him on. He is so smart. So I say to Dominic, Dominic, that was such a great party. Why did I want to leave? Why are we leaving? And he's like, well, you've been going to these parties for a long time. I think maybe it would be like weird if you didn't outgrow them. And I said, wow, you're right. And so those parties, I'm like on a typical Friday or Saturday night. Look, this isn't all of my listeners. And sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll go out. Sometimes I will go out and go to a nice event. Typically, my idea of a party is I am building a funnel. I am exploiting some crazy ad glitch, or I am writing something or reading something or learning. And that's my new idea of a party. And so Twitter ads, what is happening now with Twitter X ads. This is my kind of party. This is my kind of party. Recording this podcast alone in my room on a beautiful Tuesday night. It is so nice out. Recording this podcast alone in my room, sharing all of this with all of you lovely, amazing listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 48 of The Edward Show. This is my kind of party. I got a few more things to share with you, and then I'm out. A few more things to share. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I learned, I didn't mention this on any of the other shows. I forgot to mention this. Something else that you have to do to make these campaigns pop off. You have to do this. If you start a campaign, it doesn't automatically, there's no option to turn on optimized targeting. You need to turn that on yourself. Go back into the campaign, hit edit campaign, go to your ad group, scroll down to the bottom of the ad group, click toggle on optimized targeting. And that's going to get you these insane results. Make sure you do that. Follow everything that I said in the previous episodes where I tell you the exact settings to put I'll tell you again. Here's what you do. Create a website, click campaign, or an engagement campaign. Those are the two that work, which I've used. The reach one doesn't work. Do global targeting. So remove the default, whatever it is, and just do global targeting. You don't even put that in. If you just remove all the countries, then you have global targeting. Put in for a keyword, write in Y Combinator. That's the top accelerator for startups. Huge fan of Y Combinator. Write that in. Then for interests, write startups. Then for language, write English. And then set your daily spend to $1 a day. And if you do that, you should get some pretty incredible incredible results. And then start the campaign, go back into the campaign, scroll down to the bottom of the ad group, click on optimize targeting. And there you go. There you go. I've given you the gold mine. I have given you the gold mine because it is crazy. People are coming to my newsletter. They're reading what I'm writing. By the way, that's edwardsturm.com/newsletter. Listen, I'm a little bit biased here, but I'm going to tell you, I have the dopest growth marketing hack newsletter, weekly newsletter there is. Dopest one. I'm a bit biased, but listen, it is the best, the number one newsletter for learning growth hacks and growth marketing and viral hacks and all sorts of stuff like that. I send it out every Sunday, and I'm getting people joining for a penny and a half because of Twitter ads. And now, because I'm going viral on TikTok, talking about what's happening with Twitter ads and funneling all you lovely people from TikTok over here into this pod. Thank you for listening. A lot of people who are listening to this pod, I see them joining the newsletter, and I really appreciate that. And so it's been good. It's been a good whirlwind, a good upward spiral. What else did I do? Today? I added, when you sign up to my newsletter, if you can check, if you want to check this out and you are not signed up, you can sign up to my newsletter at edwardsturm.com/newsletter. That's edwardsturm.com/newsletter. Or you can just go edwardsturm.com/newsletter/thank-you. And I went to the East River, to Brooklyn Bridge Park on the East River with Lower Manhattan in the background, the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. And I stood there at 10 a.m. this morning with my microphone recording a thank you video to everybody who joins my newsletter. I think it's quite lovely. And now when you join the newsletter, the page automatically takes you to that thank you page and the video autoplays. And I think it's very nice. I'm very happy with how it came out. Very proud of that one. And then I put that in, and I updated my contact page with, if anyone wants me to show you how to do this, you want to jump on a call with me, that's where you go. That's where you go. It's at the bottom. If you want to get there, you just go to my footer and click schedule a call, something like that. You'll see it. I think it's in like the middle section. Hop on a call, schedule a call. That's what it's like. All right. This is episode 48 of The Edwards Show. Episode 48 of The Edwards Show, recording on a beautiful Tuesday night here in New York. All of you are so lovely and wonderful for listening. I hope you're enjoying this content. Listen, I have a favor to ask of you. It's a big favor, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If you are liking the podcast, let me know. Send me a message on LinkedIn, add me on LinkedIn, Edward Sturm on LinkedIn. Send me a message through the contact form on my website. Maybe give me a good rating on that Apple Podcast or Spotify. I don't know. Up to you. But let me know, because I like the praise. It makes me feel good. I like it. I'm not going to lie. Episode 48 of The Edwards Show. Thank you so much. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.